Okay, so this is my little thickness planer that I use here in my workshop. An awkward or cumbersome piece of equipment. So much so that people often build dedicated trolleys or stands for machines like this. But I'm very limited on space, so building a dedicated stand for each machine I have in my workshop isn't really an option for me. Underneath the planer over here is my, I guess, primary work table for my workshop. It has an extendable top if I need a bit of extra surface area, and it also houses my miter saw. So when it's needed, it turns into a miter bench. Today I'm going to add my planer as well, turning it into a planer slash miter slash work table, a 3-in-1 for my small workshop. The planer is going to be installed onto a folding bed into this cavity over here so that it can fold down and out the way when it is not being used, and so not impede any of the bench's other functions, the ones that I have installed already and ones I may install in the future. If you aren't caught up with this project, I will link all the previous videos in the description down below if you want to check out the building of the bench and the adding of the miter saw. So I'm going to start by assembling the bed onto which I'm going to be installing the planer. The bed is going to consist out of a piece of MDF with a frame attached to it. Considering the weight of the planer, I need a robust base so I can mount the planer and all the hardware that will facilitate the folding. Okay, so this is the planer bed. Nothing super complicated, but it is responsible for bringing all the other components together. I will attach the planer to the top, install a pivot, install a top stop and a top lock and gas struts, and this will facilitate the folding from a working position down to a stored position. The folding will be facilitated by a stainless steel pivot shaft and 2 bearings mounted to the bench frame and various custom bushings. Okay, so the bearing is going to be installed on the post over here, and I'm going to use lag bolts or coach bolts to secure them to the post, so hopefully that'll be strong enough. And I'm going to rely on these slots on the bearings to fine-tune the height and ensure the planer is in line with the rest of the bench top. The gas struts are an important part of this design for 2 reasons. Firstly, it will assist in handling the weight of the planer when folding up or folding down and prevent accidental drops. Secondly, it will keep the planer in its upper position once it's been folded up so that I can engage the top lock mechanism. The third hardware component that I'm going to be installing to the planer bed is the top stop. The top stop is simply a piece of aluminium tubing that will set the upper position. The bed will fold up until the stop point is reached. Okay, so I'm pretty much ready to install the planer onto the folding bed, but before I do that, I want to demonstrate the mechanism, or how I hope the mechanism is going to work. And to do that, I installed a, let's call it, weak or underpowered gas strut or gas spring, so that I can manipulate the bed without the weight of the planer. The idea is simple. Slide open the bench top, exposing the planer. Then fold the planer up until the planer bed stops hits the rails. Then slide the bench top back into the planer bed, locking everything in place. 3 steps from a stored planer to a working one with infeed and outfeed support. Now, the top lock mechanism, or the bed lock mechanism, isn't exactly ideal because it's designed specifically for this planer, and if I ever get a new planer, this depth will likely not be accurate anymore. So I'm probably going to redesign the locking mechanism at some stage, because I do want to get a new planer because this one's quite old. I might also look at a mechanism for the planer to rest on when it is stored or folded down. And that is pretty much the idea. My 3-in-1 workbench, one primary work surface that can turn into a mitre bench with overhang support, or a planer bench with in and out feed support. Now, many of you have asked, but I'm not going to be posting plans on this project just yet. I want to make 1 or 2 small additions still, and as I said, I also want to make 1 or 2 small changes just to optimize the design, like the top locking on the planer bed. So now both these tools are stored out the way, but I can fairly easily put them into a working position, and their functionality is optimized by the bench. And that is pretty much it for this project. It was way overdue, so I'm glad I finally got to it. If you guys have anything you would like to add or any questions, please drop it in the comment section down below. I will be back really soon with some more projects to optimize or make the most of my small workshop. But for now, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Till next time. Cheers.